And you're joined by Ohio head coach Jeff Bowles. We'll get started with an opening statement. Again, a reminder to media, if you have a question, please use the raise hand function at the bottom of the dashboard. Indicate you'd like to ask a question. When you are called on for your question, please state your name and affiliation first. Coach, we'll go ahead with an opening statement, and then we'll take questions. Coach?
Yeah, number one, congratulations to Creighton. Very, very good team, well coached, and I hope they continue this journey. Really, really proud of our guys. I thought they battled, competed, just a special group on and off the floor. And the way they represented Ohio University, the way they represent their families, our basketball program, is just a high-character group of guys. And, you hate to see something like this end the way it ended. But that does not take away from anything that they've done. And I told them afterwards, as an alumnus, as a former player, thank you. And that I loved them. And this team will be bonded for life. And, it hurts right now, but it's going to be a great memory someday.
Thank you, Coach. We'll take questions from the media. Again, if you have a question, please use the raise hand function. We'll get to as many as we can. We'll get started with Jason Arkley. Jason, please go ahead.
Thanks. Jason Arkley, SUACBobcats.com. Jeff, obviously your offense did not have the kind of night it wanted to. Season low in points. You guys never found a groove from three. Was it more what they did, what you guys didn't do? Could you explain the struggles on the offensive end?
Yeah, I think it was a little bit of both. We wanted to get up and down, and transition has been a big key for us all year long. And we weren't able to get some easy looks in transition. And, they're a physical defensive team. And, a lot better, after playing them than watching them on tape, I thought. But, they were trapping the ball screen. We did some things in the second half to combat that. And, I thought we got really good looks in the first half. They just didn't fall. And when you're down 15, you dig yourself that big a hole against a really good offensive team. You spend so much energy to get back into it. And I think we cut it to 10. Shooting free throws, could have cut it to 8. I think it was 9 at one point. And, just came up short.
We'll go to JL Curvin next. JL, please go ahead.
Hey, Coach. JL from the Post. First off, congrats on a great season. It seemed like in the second half, the team never felt like it was out of it, always kept trying to come back. But at what point did the clock start to have a factor in what you wanted the offense to be able to do?
Yeah, I think the way they guard us, they switched a lot. They trapped those ball screens. They were very physical, pushing us off the block. And, a lot of those shots, we missed in the first half. London McDay hit some big ones in the second half. And, they're, like I said, a lot better defensive team after I played them that I thought coming in. But, give them a lot of credit. And, we just came up short today. We didn't have it. And, a lot of it was them and some of it was us.
Next, we'll go to Joe Collins next. Joe, please go ahead.
Joe Collins with WAP Public Media. First off, congratulations on a great season, Coach. Thinking back to when you guys had the COVID issue, and now here you are, played in the second round of March Madness. What can you tell me about what does that say about the resilience of this group and how, even against all odds, they still found a way to come here?
Yeah, that's what I told them. I could not have been prouder of the way they handled everything, the way they responded. And, that shows the character of these guys. And, you go all the way back to the day that, the tournament got canceled last year and through the summer. And the sacrifice that these, student athletes on a daily basis did. We had the pause. They responded the right way that way. We got regular season games canceled at the very end. And for them to go in the MAC tournament like they did with a mindset and a focus and go 3 straight games and play the way they played, and then come in and win a game against the defending national champs, the ACC champs, and, came up, a little short against a really good Creighton team. And like you said, the resiliency of this group, I love them, 1 through 15, just awesome ride that they brought me on.
Next, we'll go to Jack Glickler. Jack, please go ahead.
Hi, Coach. Jack Glickler from the Post here. Most of the last 7 minutes was you guys trying to keep up with the Blue Jays on that 14-2 run in the last 7 minutes of the first half, and then first bit of that second half was you guys fighting to keep in the game, what was when you guys were in those timeouts, what was the main focus of that huddle? What were you telling them to do? What did you want them to focus on?
Yeah, I think, when you play a team like that where they really push the ball and they got great guards. I mean, I think you got 3 seniors, a couple juniors, 1,000-point scorers, multiple guys can make threes. We missed shots and they turned those into transition points. We turned the ball over, they turned those into transition points. And, in the second half, we competed, battled, fought back into it. I thought our press was effective, but, when you do that, you expend a lot of energy. And I think we were down 10. JP shot that ball with about 4:07 left. He hits that 3. You're down 7 with 4 minutes to go, and it's a different ball game. But we came up short.
Next, we'll go to Whitney Harding. Whitney, please go ahead.
Hey, Jeff. Looking ahead, this is only your second year as the head of your program. And I know you guys want to get back to this point. So what do you hope that your guys learned through this experience this year, especially Jason Preston?
Yeah, thanks, Whitney. I think number one, they can compete with anybody. And I think, the mindset right now is we just lost a game, but a whole body of work. This is a special group, like I said. They're fun to be around. They came every single day. They were everyday guys. They're great on the court. They're great off the court. They're great students. And, they represent Ohio University the right way. That's who we want in our program. And to taste the success and win the MAC tournament and then come into the NCAA tournament where no one's been, played in either one, to do what they did, this will be a memory of a lifetime. And they'll know that they can do it again. But it's a lot of hard work. Winning's hard. And, it's not just showing up to practice. It's a lot of different things. And, special group.
Joey Kaufman, your line's open. Go ahead.
Hi, Joey Kaufman from the Columbus Dispatch. You mentioned Creighton's defense was physical and that caused some problems. Did they do anything particularly on Jason Preston and all that made it difficult for him?
Yeah, I mean, they trapped all the ball screens, which, trying to get the ball off his hands. And we had a couple of things that we wanted to do against that, but we were so extended. The ball screens were happening at 28 feet as opposed to, 20, 21 feet. And, we made a couple adjustments in the second half. I thought we were better off of them. But, give them a lot of credit. I mean, Jason Preston has gotten us this far. He's a special player, one of the best players ever to play at Ohio University. And I know he didn't play very well tonight, but he's the reason we're here.
Next, we'll go to Elton Alexander. Elton, please go ahead.
Yeah, Coach, it's come up a couple times, and you've mentioned it about their physicality. What can you do in game when all of a sudden you see that that's really taking its toll? I would guess they had the one timeout after they got the couple alley oops, couple shots above the rim or whatever. But how do you try to get your team to recalibrate, so to speak, and say, hey, this isn't the game we expected, but this is what we got? How do you kind of get back into that?
Yeah, I think, a lot of it's how the game's called. And I thought the 3 officials did a very good job, but you got to adjust to it. And, if they're playing physical, you got to be a little tougher with your cuts. You got to be tougher with your screens. You can't let them knock you off balance in the post. I thought they were physical on offense too. I mean, they kept on backing us down, drives, post-ups. And, you just have to adjust to it and figure out how they're guarding you.
The next question will be from Billy Witz. Billy, please go ahead.
Hi, Jeff. This is Billy Witz from the New York Times. Just wanted to follow up on just what you mentioned just about the physical nature of game tonight. You played other teams, particularly Illinois and, as well Virginia as well. And I'm just wondering if that's sort of the difference between the Power 6 conferences and the so-called mid-majors. And is there anything that, is that something that, well, I'm just wondering if that's what you see.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think so. I mean, there's a lot of teams in our league, that are physical teams, and I think, if you look at their team, they're a really good team. They got 3 seniors, 2 juniors, 1,000-point scorers. They played a lot of games together. They're big, strong. They're wings. They're 3 and they're 4 and they're 5. Very athletic, and they pose a lot of problems. But you might have bigger athletic guys, but we've seen physical teams throughout the course of the year.
We have time for a couple more questions. JL Curvin, your line is open.
Hey, Coach JL again. You talked a little bit earlier about Jason Preston and the impact that he's had on this program. But being his coach for the last 2 years, what do you feel like the impact that you left on him is, and vice versa?
Yeah, I mean, I've been in 26 years of coaching, and I've never seen a story like his. And to see where he's come in 5-year time frame, the adversity he's overcome, and to show the character that he's shown, the perseverance he's shown, the leadership he's shown, and he's a great teammate, great student, very appreciative and thankful, and he teaches me a lot of lessons, and I'm just a small part of what he's done and what he's going to do, and biggest thing is I'm thankful I was able to coach him for a couple years, and like I said, he's going to have a decision to make here. Take some time off, regroup, see where he's at mentally, and talk out, communicate, and see what happens with him.
Time for one final one, if there is one. All right, seeing none. Elton. All right, we'll go ahead and wrap it up.
Okay,
Thank you, Coach.
Thank you.
Congrats on a great season.
Yep, thank you, everybody.
Thank you. We'll get started with Jason Preston here. Just a minute. We are joined by Jason Preston, and we'll begin the press conference. Again, for members of the media, please use the raise hand function to indicate that you'd like to ask a question. And when you're called on for your question, please state your name and affiliation first. We'll get started with Jason Barkley. Jason, please go ahead.
Hey, Jason Arkley, SUACBobcats.com. Hey, you're often your own worst critic when it comes to things. How do you process your night tonight? And what would you attribute it to? Were you off your game? Were they really good defensively? What kinds of things happened out there for you offensively, and how do you feel about it?
Give them credit. They were really determined in the first half, to get the ball out of my hands in ball screens. It trapped me hard. But I missed a lot of makeable shots tonight, a lot of floaters I should have finished. Missed all my threes. This is on me. I missed so many makeable shots.
We'll go to Jack Glickler next. Jack, please go ahead.
Hi, Jack Glickler from the Post here. Jason, at one point this season, Ohio was 500 in the MAC, and you guys made it all the way to the second round of the NCAA tournament. To turn around that season like that, what can you say about the turnaround that season and the improvement you guys had to just make it this far?
It just speaks to our culture. Our culture that Coach Bowles, has done for our program. I don't know if you saw the bench of any of our elimination games, but just their energy has been amazing. From the start of the game, they're waving their towels, and it just shows like everyone who's not playing 1 through 15, we're all locked in, and we're all rooting for each other. We're all cool with each other. And I'm just so thankful that all 14 of those guys are my brothers, and it goes down to the training staff, the assistants, everybody. I'm just very thankful.
We'll go to Whitney Harding next. Whitney, please go ahead.
Whitney Harding from WCMH-TV in Columbus. Jason, Coach Bowles earlier said, as an alumni and a former player, thank you to you all. What has your relationship been like with him, and what has he done for improving you all in this program?
Everything. Coach Bowles means everything to this program. What he does, the confidence he gives us, and it's fun. It's fun. Like I talked about our culture. Coach Bowles is he did that. He taught us how to celebrate our wins, how to respond to our losses. Even at halftime, we were down 15, and everyone was just positive. And just how he's handled everyone and made improvements to people's characters. And he's big on the little things. It's not just basketball with him. On and off the court, he's willing to do anything for you. I love that guy. I'm so thankful that he's my coach.
We'll go to Elton Alexander next. Elton, please go ahead.
Yeah, Jason, Coach mentioned a couple times that their physicality really showed on offense. A lot of times you think that's a defensive presence, but he said it showed on offense. Can you talk about that a little bit? Obviously, you guys had to defend that. Could you sense their physicality on offense?
So they're on offense, you're saying?
Yeah, their offense and how physical it was.
Their offense is really skilled. They have a 5-man who's a lob threat, so it's hard to defend a ball screen. And then they got 4 other shooters around him, so he's rolling to the basket. And if you tag and help off him, then it's a skip to another shooter. It's a great system. I don't know how much of it was really physicality more. They made great passes, great reads, and they knocked down the shots when they were open.
We'll go to JL Curvin next. JL, please go ahead.
Hey, Jason. JL Curvin from the Post. You got to experience something that very few athletes get to in their entire career. When you first came to Ohio, you knew that this would be a possibility of a goal to achieve. But now that you've reached this pinnacle, just what does it mean to you to be on this stage and to be able to accomplish that with this group of guys?
When I look back on this, it's gonna be a memory of a lifetime. I'm just so grateful to be here. This doesn't happen often. I was telling our freshmen the other day, this stuff just doesn't happen often, and I'm taking it back all the way to freshman year, prep school, high school. This has been a dream of mine to make it here my whole life, and I had one of my worst games of my career today, but I'll forever be thankful for this experience, the lessons I'll learn from all this. Yeah, I'm just grateful.
We'll go to Billy Witz next. Billy, please go ahead.
Hi, Jason. This is Billy Wicks with the New York Times. What are the things that you'll be thinking about in the next, days, weeks about your future and whether you want to come back or not?
I can't really think about that now. I'll take it day by day, pray about it, talk to God about it, talk to Coach Bowles about it. We'll weigh our options, and we'll see what we'll do.
We have time for a couple more questions for Jason. We'll go to Jason Arkley next. Jason, go ahead.
Jason Arkley, SUACBobcats.com. What are you going to remember most about this year besides obviously getting to this point in the season? Is there a moment? Is there a period? Is there something that's going to kind of like crystallize what this whole year has meant to you, Jason?
I'm going to remember how fun it was. Every day. It's rare. Coach Bowles was just talking about it, how rare it is. Every day you come to practice and it's fun. You want to play with one another. Every guy's unselfish. We don't have egos on this team. It was just so fun doing it with teams. Some of these teams they win, and I don't know if they really have fun doing it. But every day was just a blast. It really sucks that it's all over, but it was just so fun to be here.
Any final questions for Jason? I'll take a follow-up from Billy Witz. Billy, please go ahead.
Yeah, Jason, I just wanted to follow up on what I asked you before, but what are the things that you're going to be considering, the things that you'll talk about with Coach Bowles and maybe your family and other people that are close to you?
I'll probably talk about my future. I love Ohio so much. I'm so thankful for the opportunity that I've been given to play here for 3 years, and like I said, we'll weigh all of our options and see what happens.
Joe Collins, your line's open. Go ahead.
Joe Collins, WAB Public Media. Jason, at the end of the game, I saw you and Ben Vanderplas had a long moment together. What was that conversation like between you two?
Ben Vanderplas, man, I love Ben Vanderplas. That guy's my brother for life. We do everything together, and he makes the game easier for me. It's so fun. It was so fun to play with him. Off the court, we're always eating together, talking together. Kind of sucked, being in a hotel with no roommate. He's always my roommate. We're always talking. Oh man, he really doesn't get all the credit he deserves sometimes. That's an amazing basketball player. You want to talk about a guy who can defend 1 through 5, pass, knock down threes, go in the post. I love Ben Vanderplas and everything he's done. Him and his family, they're amazing people, and I love that guy.
Thank you, Jason. Appreciate your time today. Congrats on a great season.
Thank you.
Thank you. That concludes this post-game news conference. A transcript of Coach's interview will be provided by ASAP Sports. at ncaa.com/transcripts. You can also find a recording of this press conference in the NCAA Digital Media Hub at ncaa.veritone.com. Again, ncaa.veritone.com. Thank you.